From love to hate, how oxytocin shapes our tribal instincts. Oxytocin, often hailed as the love hormone for its role in social bonding, may also have a darker side. This video explores the negative consequences associated with heightened oxytocin levels, including susceptibility to conspiracy theories, unhealthy tribalism, negative nationalism, discrimination, and retaliatory behaviors towards outgroups. Supported by empirical research, this video considers the mechanisms through which oxytocin contributes to these phenomena and examines interventions designed to help mitigate its adverse effects. Oxytocin, a neuropeptide produced in the hypothalamus, has received significant attention for its role in fostering social connections, trust, and empathy. However, emerging research suggests that elevated oxytocin levels may exert unintended consequences on human behavior, leading to detrimental outcomes such as susceptibility to conspiracy theories, tribalism, and discrimination. Let's consider some of the suggested potential negative effects of elevated oxytocin levels in humans. Recent studies have linked heightened oxytocin levels to increased susceptibility to conspiracy theories. In a study conducted by Douglas et al. 2020, participants administered with intranasal oxytocin were found to exhibit greater belief in conspiracy theories compared to those in the control group. The authors suggested that oxytocin's role in enhancing trust and social bonding might also make individuals more receptive to information that aligns with their social group's beliefs, irrespective of its validity. Elevated oxytocin levels have also been implicated in the formation of unhealthy tribalism marked by prejudice and in-group favoritism. DeDrew et al. 2011 demonstrated that oxytocin administration increased in-group cooperation while fostering out-group derogation and distrust. This suggests that while oxytocin promotes cohesion within social groups, it may also exacerbate intergroup conflict and prejudice. Oxytocin's influence seems to extend to the realm of national identity and patriotism. In a study by Shamite-Souri et al. 2013, participants administered with oxytocin displayed heightened patriotism and xenophobia towards outgroup members. This propensity for negative nationalism can fuel discriminatory attitudes and behaviors towards individuals perceived as outsiders or threats to national identity. Oxytocin's role in fostering social bonds within in-groups may paradoxically lead to increased hostility towards outgroups. In a study by DeDrew et al. 2012, participants administered with oxytocin were more likely to exhibit aggressive and retaliatory behaviors towards individuals perceived as outsiders or threats to group cohesion. This highlights the potential for oxytocin to facilitate punitive actions against outgroup members. Let's look into how oxytocin contributes to these negative phenomena. Oxytocin's actions on the brain's reward and social cognition systems are believed to underlie its contribution to negative phenomena. Oxytocin enhances the salience of social cues and reinforces affiliative behaviors towards in-group members while promoting defensive and exclusionary responses towards outgroups. This neurobiological mechanism may predispose individuals to tribalism, prejudice, and discriminatory attitudes. It is important to understand the factors that contribute to an increase in the production of oxytocin in order to comprehend why and how its effects, both positive and negative, manifest. Several factors can lead to heightened oxytocin levels, even in situations where its consequences may be negative. Oxytocin is often released in response to positive social interactions, such as bonding with friends, family, or romantic partners. Activities like hugging, kissing, and physical touch trigger oxytocin release, fostering feelings of trust and affiliation. However, in contexts where social interactions are exclusive or biased towards certain groups, heightened oxytocin levels may exacerbate in-group favoritism and out-group hostility. Oxytocin acts as a stress buffer, dampening the body's stress response and promoting relaxation and calmness. Stressful situations, such as those involving social conflict or threat, can stimulate oxytocin release as a coping mechanism. While this can promote social cohesion within groups, it may also heighten intergroup tensions and aggression towards perceived threats. It also plays a role in regulating emotions, particularly those associated with social bonding and attachment. In situations where individuals experience heightened emotional arousal, oxytocin release may serve to modulate emotional responses and promote prosocial behaviors. However, in contexts characterized by heightened emotional arousal and intergroup conflict, oxytocin's effects on emotional regulation may contribute to in-group solidarity and out-group hostility. Individual differences in oxytocin receptor gene polymorphisms and environmental influences can also modulate oxytocin release and its effects on behavior. Genetic variations in the oxytocin receptor gene have been associated with differences in social behavior and sensitivity to oxytocin's effects. Environmental factors such as early life experiences, social upbringing, and cultural norms can shape oxytocinergic pathways and influence social behavior and intergroup dynamics. Belonging to social or ideological groups that emphasize solidarity, loyalty, and in-group cooperation can elicit oxytocin release. Group rituals, symbols, and shared beliefs can strengthen group cohesion and trigger oxytocin-mediated bonding mechanisms. However, in contexts where group identities become polarized or exclusionary, heightened oxytocin levels may exacerbate intergroup conflict and discrimination. So, while oxytocin's role in promoting social bonding and affiliation is well established, the factors that contribute to its release can vary widely and may have unintended consequences, including negative behaviors towards outgroups. Understanding the interplay between oxytocin, social context, and individual differences is crucial for unraveling the complexities of human social behavior and developing interventions to mitigate its negative consequences. There have been attempts to create programs to mitigate the adverse effects of oxytocin-induced behaviors, and many of these have focused on interventions aimed at promoting empathy, perspective-taking, and intergroup cooperation. For instance, interventions using perspective-taking exercises and empathy-building strategies have shown promise in reducing intergroup bias and fostering positive social interactions. Galinsky and Moskowitz, 2000. Additionally, educational programs that emphasize critical thinking skills and media literacy may help individuals discern between credible information and conspiracy theories, thereby reducing susceptibility to misinformation and polarization. While oxytocin's role in promoting social bonding and trust is well documented, its potential to fuel negative behaviors underscores the importance of understanding its complex effects on human cognition and behavior. By understanding the mechanisms underlying oxytocin-induced phenomena and implementing targeted interventions, we can mitigate the adverse consequences associated with heightened oxytocin levels, fostering more inclusive and empathetic societies. Considerable well-designed research studies on how to moderate or eliminate the negative phenomena associated with elevated oxytocin is warranted. Disclaimer: please note that this video is intended for educational purposes only and is not meant to offer legal, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. If you or someone you know is experiencing difficulties related to the topics discussed in this video, we strongly encourage seeking assistance from qualified, licensed professionals who can provide appropriate support and guidance.